Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining to watch another episode here at Investing with All I See is W. Today, I wanted to give you some additional news on what is going on with the global pandemic, how it's impacting the global markets. For example, in the stock market, what is that going to do with certain sectors that's ongoing at this time? So I'll share that information with you, as well as going through 10 top tickers I feel can add so much value to your investment portfolio. But before I begin though, I'd like to inform you that the information I'll be sharing with you should be used as guidance information only. And anytime when you do invest in a company, stock, or like a Bitcoin, please do your own investment research. Let's get started. Now, first off, I wanted to share with you is highlights on just information from the Wall Street Journal. And as of today, there's just tighter restrictions going on. So as you can see with the news article here, European countries imposed new COVID-19 restrictions amid rising infections. Now, Italy as well as France have received nearly 50% increase in the past week with the numbers, as you can see here with the peaks. So back in March, we had a high peak where Spain was this blue bar line here. And as you can see today, France has just skyrocketed. We've never seen these numbers before. It's gone up so high. So you have France, UK, Spain, Italy, and Germany. So this is quite scary. Just hearing that France announced a daily record for the coronavirus infections. And as you can see, Italy placed tougher restrictions on its population. And the goal is to control this pandemic rather than bringing the number down to zero. With confirmed infections in France, it reached 45,000 alone on Saturday, and that's like the worst hit country in Europe's second wave. So that right there just tells us that there is some human factors involvement, as well as the seasons changing, and the fact that the weather's getting cooler, people are staying indoors, and if you don't have diagnostic testings to know who's positive and who's negative, then simply you're breathing in that air. So having a strong filtration system, ventilation is all key to isolating this problem. Okay, now what does this all mean to just the global stock market, right? To me, I feel like there's just going to be heightened fear going on, especially we see that happening already in Europe. And just by looking at the Worldometer's data, I see a lot of the countries that were first seen during the pandemic happening now having impacts again. Now, for example, I see like Iran being like one of the top countries right now with total number of infections going on. Before they were like in the top 10, and now they're back in the top 10. So that just tells you countries can grow back into the top 10 lists. So that is something we should all consider, because I feel like with the biotech industry, those companies working on potential solutions for the COVID-19 pandemic, for example, with vaccines, anti-therapeutics, diagnostic testings, all of these companies will begin to get a bull run from my perspective, and I'll share with you some tickers that can add value to you. Now, with ticker number one, I wanted to first share with you is Inovio Pharmaceuticals by the ticker INO. Currently, the share price is at $10.95. We're looking at a 6-month trend chart here, and with the current price at $10.95, I think this is definitely a Merry Christmas buy right here. And what we know is FDA clinical hold will likely be announced once we hear the peer review data. And I feel like once the peer review data is released, then CEPI will likely fund this company in the millions up to the billions from my perspective. And let's not ignore what Inovio Pharmaceuticals is doing, because they have a solid number of DNA immunotherapy vaccines that are in pre-approval at this time. And we know that the INO 4800 intended for the COVID-19 virus, that is on hold at this time, and it will likely commence into phase 2, phase 3 once we hear the response from Inovio on how they resolve the issue with the FDA with more clarification information. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is IBIO. And to me, expect news updates on the IBIO 201. And IBIO is trying to increase authorized shares from like 275,000 to 425,000. And think of it as everyone wants a piece of the pie, because in the long term, the share price value will increase from my perspective. And Linda Armstrong, a new hire onto the clinical program was previously the global head of the respiratory development unit at Novartis, and her responsibility was revamping that program from a large scale company. Now that Linda is working at IBIO at a small scale company, she's going to scale up this company similar to how Novartis had grown when it was small. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is Agenus by the ticker AGN. Now, expect to spike back up to its prior resistance value, which is back here at the $5. I can see a jump up to $5 to $6 from its current share price. And they are also collaborating with Gilead Sciences to develop immuno-oncology therapy. So let's not ignore what Agenus is doing. I do see this as a great buying opportunity as well. Next up I wanted to share with you is Vaxart by the ticker VXRT. The company is collecting data in phase 1 trials at this time, and most people are excited about this oral medication potentially being safe and effective, along with the ease of not having to inject through the skin. So I do foresee that there will be news coming out from this company within weeks, according to what the CEO had mentioned. And at the current $5, I think this is a great buying opportunity because it can definitely hover up into the double-digit share price range. And at that point, return on investment will be much lower than where it is currently at potentially. Now let's pivot over to Heat Biologics by the ticker HTBX. Now this company is on the rise, currently at $1.19. I foresee an easy $3 before the rise to more. I really like their GP96 product line, which is receiving promising results in multiple patents. I think the number of patents right now is up to like 200, and this is great news. I do feel like the bull run is coming, and when we look at like a 5-day trend chart here, I mean, at one point it was like at like close to 110, and now it's gained by like 10 cents here. And let's not ignore what they're doing. They're also working with the University of Miami, and this company is getting so much trust and recognition right now with the GP96, as well as getting patents for the T-cell results. Next up I wanted to share with you is VBI vaccines, currently at $2.55, while the peak was previously like at the $6, so that's potentially gaining back $4, which is quite possible. And on November 4th through the 12th, there will be the Science B vaccine, where the Sci B is going to be showcased at the American Association for the Study of Diseases at AASLD, the liver meeting. Now, also VBIV 1909 for glioblastoma data phase 2A study with GSK company to be released by end of November. So I do feel like VBI will have PR release coming soon, and this is going to be great news for VBIV, where I feel like the share price is going to shoot back up. And knowing that the Hep B vaccine is already approved for use in Israel, and the fact that the product's going to be showcased in the United States via the American Association for the Study of Diseases, then I feel like this will definitely be a breakthrough, because it's going to showcase potential innovation during this liver meeting. Now, next up I wanted to share with you is APHA. So APHA has the largest market share of all producers in this sector currently in Canada. The market share is at 14%. In Q4, the company has doubled its scale in production, export, and sold final product firmly. I firmly believe that this company is oversold, and it can definitely get back up to its $6 prior resistance. So let's not ignore what APHA is doing, and eventually what this company will be doing is exporting its product to the United States as well as all around the world, from my perspective. So let's not ignore what they're doing and the potential for it to go up to double-digit share price range. Next up I wanted to share with you is Sorrento Therapeutics. Now currently the share price is at $8. It was previously hovering like at the low $4, got up close to like $20, and now it's been hovering at $8. To me, I think this is a great buying opportunity, and let me explain why. Now, with 7 COVID-19 related products, if you think about it, how many of them will be approved in 2022? I think there will be like probably 40% of that, which is like 3 to 4. And this company will grow over time into the billion-size capital company size. While looking at the FDA website, COVID Track, a coronavirus antigen detection test system, was registered in 2020. So it's likely that the approval for COVID track in the United States will be approved for use in 2021. And also, I suspect that the COVID trace submission is expected to happen, where they send the submission to the FDA on its COVID trace product line. And I do feel like it can definitely hover up to the double-digit share price range. So SRNE is a company that is high quality, and it's working on also stem cell related products